senior speaker, Daniuschka Rengifo. Dani is the daughter of Veruska, Inez Rengifo, and Charles Rengifo. She plans to attend Kansas State University next fall and was accepted into the selective architecture, planning, and design program.
Thank you. Class of 2017. Today, we all gather to honor years of hard work and determination. All that we have done from kindergarten up until now results in the accomplishments of our high school careers, which, beyond just being a title and a diploma, it shows our character and willingness to persevere through all the struggles that brought us here. It is happening. Right now, we're all sitting in our caps and gowns, half skeptical that this day has finally come, but half euphoric because high school is over. We made it. We are now finally graduating. After all those papers that we stayed up late writing, after all those math Excel programs that would have not really affected our grades, but we still worried about them. After all the rush in the mornings to get to school on time, and after all those times when we absolutely hated going to school and wondered if working at McDonald's for the rest of our lives was as bad as it sounded like. All those moments are gone, and now we feel an emptiness in our hearts that little by little fills up with anxiety and uncertainty. Then you might start thinking, where will I be after this? You know that you won't be the same after today, and you know that life will completely change once you stop being a high school student. Now, we fear that we might not be good enough for the world that waits for us out there. We fear we might not be smart enough, pretty enough, or happy enough with what we will do with our lives. We fear we might never find a real passion. We fear we might never find people who truly love us. And now, we are full of all this dread that for an instant makes us want to live this moment forever. But we can't. We must be brave and overcome whatever life decides to throw at us. Because as Martin said, courage is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. We will always be full of fears, but it is up to us to not let those fears stop us from doing greater things. In my personal experience, fear is something that has been very present. Many of you might have realized by now that I'm not from here, thanks to my accent. That might give it away, right? And yes, in fact, I moved here a little bit over 2 years ago from Venezuela, South America. A beautiful country with the most beautiful people, but in a deep crisis. Many of you don't know the real reason why I moved here. Today, Venezuela is a country of broken dreams and dying people. There's no future for anybody, and the socialist regime is unbearable. My family and I strongly protested in favor of democracy, which made us a victim of the government's organized crime. My mom was kidnapped at her workplace, and my family watched and waited for 3 months. The criminals knew where we lived. They knew where my sister and I went to school. They knew who our family and friends were. They knew where we went to hang out during our free time. They knew it all. They were going to make sure we did not protest again. And the worst part of all of it was that the criminals were supported by the Venezuelan security forces, people tasked with protecting the innocent. It only took us, my family and I, 14 days to flee and move to Kansas, a safe place that welcomed us. But the nightmare wasn't over for me. Coming from a school with a class size of 40 people, you can imagine how overwhelming and terrifying it was for me to come to BVN. Plus, I didn't know English at all. So every day I had to wake up and face my own personal fears by adapting to a foreign country. But I understood early enough that yes, life can be very hard, but I don't have to make it harder on myself, and neither should you. Sometimes even to leave is an act of courage, but after we overcome our limits, we become stronger. And think about it. Right now, we are graduating from the best high school in Kansas, which doesn't only mean that we are prepared for college, but it means that we are ready for all the challenges that life will have for us. Have you ever stopped to think how lucky you are? Lucky that you live in one of the best and safest places in the United States. Lucky that you are graduating from an excellent high school and that you already have a promising life ahead of you. That puts you at the age of only 18 in this very tiny group of people who will be successful in their professional careers and will have a better quality of life than many people in this country, not to mention most people in the world will ever even dream of having. See beyond the well-known valley bubble. And when you're down, realize that your life is not as bad as you think. Embrace your abilities, determination, and talents. Thank the Mustang family, who worked so hard to shape us into what we've become. Love your parents, who have been supporting you since day one. Go out there and face the world, wearing a smile like a loaded gun. Celebrate your own victories, because no one else understands what it took you to accomplish them, and truly value what you have. Most people cannot even imagine the luxury of sitting here listening to a graduation speech. Yet it seems to be so traditional for us that we take it for granted. Realize that this early in life, you have accomplished more than most people will ever be able to. Yet, we have so much left to do. Keep fighting and be brave. Thank you.